You know those weeks where everyone's unwell, where the house smells faintly of Calpol and Lemsip, and your body feels heavy and your patience thinner by the hour? You might tell yourself, just stay calm, but your chest is tight, your heart is racing, and your jaw aches from holding it all together. What I want you to know is that you don't lose patience because there's something wrong with you. You lose it because you're trying to do more than your body's capable of doing. Calm cannot come from willpower. It's built from safety and recovery. Now, I'm sure you've experienced waking up early in the morning, hearing the baby coughing again, and your own throat's raw and your head's bunged up. And as you drag yourself down to the kitchen, stepping over yesterday's tissues and toy cars on your way, you find your oldest asking for toast, your 3-year-old crying because the blanket's the wrong one. And by 8 o'clock, there's porridge on the floor, Calpol on your sleeve, and you said, just a minute, at least 20 times. And that familiar edge rises up inside of you, that feeling that you're about to shout or cry, or maybe both. And then you do. A sharp tone, a slammed cupboard, the words, I can't do this right now. And you see your child's face fall. And guilt rushes in before the sound has even faded. Now, in that instant, it can feel like you versus them, their needs versus yours. And that's the impossible place so many mums have to live in, constantly negotiating whose needs get to matter first. But what's happening here isn't bad temper. It's actually biology and your own history working together. Your nervous system has hit a red line. It's fight, flight, or freeze because your capacity is running out. When you're ill, it's lower. But underneath, there's a deeper tension too. You're trying to hold both the exhausted woman who needs care and the child who depends on you for it. That inner conflict alone can set every alarm bell ringing. But then there's also the taboo, the one that no one talks about, maternal anger. We've been taught that good mothers don't feel rage, but most of what we call rage is actually helpless protest. It's the body's desperate way of saying, I can't meet another need until someone meets mine. So when you snap, it's not you failing your child, it's your nervous system begging for restoration. Now, the world tells mothers, if they're calm, you're good. If they're upset, you've failed. So you push past hunger, pain, exhaustion, trying to show your love through endurance and make sure that your child is calm and not upset. But your calm isn't a test of strength, and their calm isn't a judgment on how good you are as a parent. It's a measure of safety, yours as much as theirs. And when your body doesn't feel safe, and when you become ill, overstimulated, or simply done, calm becomes physiologically impossible. And you can't pour regulation into a child from an empty cup. And that you versus them feeling, it isn't truth. It's a symptom of not yet knowing how to include you in the circle of care. So it's important to start with awareness of what you are capable of doing right now, what your limits are. When everyone's ill, it's okay to get by for a few days. Swap keep going for keep it simple. Beans on toast and cartoons isn't a sign of failure. It's trusting that things won't fall apart if you're not on top of everything for a little while. Survival can actually be gentle rather than heroic. And when anger surges, don't treat it as shameful, treat it as information. It's your system saying, I am at the edge, I need breath, not blame. And when you do snap, and you probably will, repair is the bridge back. Just a quiet, honest sentence like, oh, that was too sharp. I was tired. I'm sorry. You didn't deserve that. Can we start again? That moment of truth is what your child remembers, not the shout, but the way you come back. Every time you repair, you show them something even more powerful than endless calm. You actually show them how relationships survive honest emotion. And that's what calm really is. It's not about perfection, it's about recovery, the ability to come back into connection again and again and again. And what's especially lovely is that in those moments, you're not just soothing your child, you're also soothing the younger version of yourself who once felt unseen. That trembling after you've shouted, that's your body remembering how unsafe anger used to be. And each time you choose to make things better, you're rewriting that story. And you can both learn, you and your child, that it's okay to be angry. It doesn't mean that love has gone away. And that's the real goal of motherhood, letting the idea of the good mother and the woman who you really are live in the same body. One who can feel and speak and rest and rage and still be safe to love. Now, I've spent over a decade helping mums rebuild calm this way, not through forcing patience, but through understanding your body's alarm system and learning tools for quick, gentle repair. You don't need endless calm. You just need ways to come back to yourself and your child after things get big and stormy. And that's exactly what I teach in the Calm Mum Reset. It's 5 simple, heartfelt tools for those moments when everything feels too much. They'll help you recover faster and reconnect sooner and lead your family from steadiness instead of strain. So if you've been running on fumes lately, take a breath. You're not failing, you're just spent.